Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Derek and Bethany React. It is me and my wife reacting to real estate videos or shows that have to do with real estate to tell you if we think they're realistic or not. We have a lot of fun doing these. We hope you guys enjoy it too.
Today we're watching House Hunt, episode 1, season 1. This is based out of New Zealand and it is called A Seller's Market.
If you like our episodes and you want to watch more, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, search YouTube. Derek Trainer, I'm the first thing that pops up when you search. And if you just want to like and comment below, let us know if you like these or if there's any other episodes you'd like us to do or react to. We also like to do that as well. Let's get right into it.
Of ordinary Kiwis across the country as they hunt for their first home in one of the most overpriced markets in the Western world.
Holy moly.
I can't wait to see what these prices look like compared to where we're at right now here in America.
But there are fewer houses than people needing them, and that's turning the city into a red-hot property market.
Low inventory is what he's talking about, and that's exactly what's happening here. So there's not a lot of houses on the market, which means the amount of buyers that are trying to move there, because it's a desired area, are all fighting for the same properties, which creates a seller's market and creates an extremely hot market. So yeah, this is exactly what's happening here right now.
Earthquakes, it's really, I don't know, just not a very good place to be. And I don't see that. And we come back and I can see the progress that's going to be made. And I see opportunity as opposed to destruction.
Earthquakes, natural disasters. Natural disasters are something you should probably ask before you move to New Zealand or anywhere if you're house hunting. Are there any natural disasters here? Has there been any tornadoes or earthquakes? Does it flood? Just things to think about.
Since he's been away, Christchurch property prices have skyrocketed, rising 25% in the last 5 years alone.
There's a house there, 180 squares, and they want 570,000.
So that percentage and that increase is very close to what we're at here in the Middle Tennessee market. It's pretty bad. So I get his frustration.
But he has one question that now features in every Christchurch house hunter's repertoire. He turns to agent Desiree Girdlestone for the liquefacts.
What about earthquake damage?
It was cosmetic, mainly. And
So no foundation damage or anything structural?
no.
No?
I love it. I think, yeah. I think you should make an offer now.
So she just spoke to there being no foundation or structural damage to the property. She gave a definite answer of no. Why is that bad?
Because she doesn't know.
She doesn't know. She's a real estate agent.
Could be a misrepresentation.
At the end of the day, we're realtors. We are not structural engineers. So if you ask me or any realtor, and this is here, I don't know what it is in New Zealand, so it might be different. If you ask me if there's any structural damage to the property, even if it's not on the property condition disclosure, I can't say, no, there's not. Because if there ends up being during your inspection, I'm now liable.
He's also pointing out a lot of cosmetic concerns with the property. And here you kind of have to let some of that stuff go. You have to figure out if that's going to deter you away from actually making an offer on the property.
On the house. Yeah.
So he was talking about the tile and the carpet. Those are things that can eventually be replaced.
So in a market that's that hot, do you really have the chance to be so picky?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not here. You can't be that picky here. Just saying.
She's offered to help us out also with the deposit because, I mean, at $400,000 at 20%, that's an $80,000 deposit. I mean, who can genuinely save an $80,000 deposit?
So what she's talking about is called a gift fund. So for instance, if you don't have the money for your down payment or you don't have the money for your closing costs, you can get what's called a gift fund. And that gift fund can be from pretty much anybody, family member, friend, as long as it's documented where the money's coming from and who's giving it to you. You can get a gift fund to help with those costs. Just something to think about if you're wanting to buy a house and think you don't have the money. If there's somebody that can lend you that money and give you kind of a help or a little push to get you over the edge to get you in a house, might be worth looking into.
She also spoke of, I guess, maybe there they have to have 20% down. That's not necessarily the case here. I mean,
Correct.
That's something you would have to talk to your lender about. But
Yeah, you don't have to have 20%
yeah,
down here.
It seems like they're, for some reason, she said 20%.
So if there, it may require 20% down. Here, you can do as low as 0% down depending on where the location is, if it's outskirts, but where they're looking as far as city center, I mean, here you can get as low as 3 to 5% on a conventional loan, so it's interesting.
Kaiapoi, a 40-minute commute from central Christchurch, suffered substantial damage in the earthquakes, but land in this area is now deemed safe to build on. It's not completed yet, but this home will have 4 bedrooms,
Would you build?
I don't know. Yeah, I probably would not do that.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do that either.
I'm assuming they would have some type of insurance.
Yeah, natural disaster insurance, something like that. But, I mean, the good thing is they're gonna know because they live there. Even if they were relocating, they're gonna be told by their agent, hey, just want to disclose there's been some natural disasters here. The one big thing that we deal with is earthquakes. This area got hit really hard the last time one hit. It's just now deemed safe to build on, but disclosing that information is pretty important, so it's good that they already know.
There's nothing quite like a blank canvas to paint with your own imagination.
It's just space.
A lot
and
of
it's
space,
light.
a lot of windows
It
as
doesn't
well.
feel claustrophobic. It's
Pretty cool space to work with.
Looking at a house with nothing in it, nothing on the walls, no paint color, no nothing, can also be very daunting.
Yeah, it's hard to envision.
I would say so. I have to see a house personally with something in it to really envision myself being there. Whereas some people can go in and go, oh, I can see this, I can see this, and I can see this. Just know that if you ever go look at a house and it's blank like that, not everybody's gonna go see it and go, yep, this is the house for me, because they might not be able to see themselves in there.
Time for Martin to call the builder who's selling the house.
What? So if you're my client, I'd want to call the builder for you because there's a lot of questions you might not know to ask on the front end. But I mean, in that situation, I also have friends who talk with builders and then they bring me in later on. It just kind of depends on the situation. That's different.
I don't think normally, correct me if I'm wrong,
Go ahead.
you have access to the builder's information like that?
Typically, you can't just call a builder
Right.
up.
Here.
Typically, you can't call a builder up and just chat as the buyer. Typically, there's agents on that side that work for the builder, and then there's also agents that work for you, so they work and help you get into that property or help answer all those questions or ask the questions that need to be asked to help you get it for the best price you can get it for.
how much can we do to get away with it? Obviously, maybe save us some money. Let me have a chat to Helena because I know that we're both pretty keen on it. It's probably just the extra few grand that sort of maybe tips it over the budget a little bit, but I'm sure we can probably come to some agreement.
I guess he's not using the agent anymore that he was using before. Wasn't he using an agent before?
Yes, the black hair lady, I think he was using her. And then there was the lady at the open house.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I don't know. I don't know if they have like, exclusive agents. I don't know.
I don't know, maybe not. I'm not sure if they're dealing with that or not, but typically your agent's supposed to be doing the negotiations for you. So maybe the agent could have negotiated it better, I'm not sure, but I will say that's pretty smart, saying, hey, look, we can do the landscaping, we can do this, we can do that. Is there any way we can cut off some of that cost on the front end to help us save on our budget?
Yeah.
So it's pretty
I
smart.
think that's smart.
400,000, it's obviously not enough. What that might mean for me is either picking up another job or, you know, doing a lot of overtime, and that's going to miss out on family time. So it's just really disheartening. I'm a bit lost for words, really.
She's like so sweet.
Pulling out
Oh.
my heartstrings.
Yeah. We got a crier over here. Just to kind of speak to the market and how it is there, it's also that way here right now. I mean, 100 grand over or 50 grand or 60, it doesn't matter. That's pretty normal right now here. And if you don't have that extra cash or that extra money to go after a house, especially as a first-time home buyer, it's probably very hard or very difficult to get into a home. So I feel her pain. That's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. Do you think that it's a little worse there?
It depends on the area. I don't know the areas very well, but it very well may be worse there in New Zealand than it is here.
It just seemed that house that she was looking at compared here. I don't think that would be a $400,000 house here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know.
I think we're really close.
Really close. I would say really close, but
They are probably worse.
yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Their offer to complete the landscaping on this house themselves in exchange for a discount has paid off.
Oh wow, good.
It's theirs for $580,000.
So for the landscaping discount, it was $619,000. They knocked off 40 grand.
They said they're gonna do like some
Other
fencing. There's a
things.
bunch of other things too.
Oh.
Fencing,
Yeah.
Must have missed that. It's like,
Yeah.
wow. Some good landscaping.
But yeah, I guess appraisals, like, are they not?
So for appraisals, that's something that we have to worry about here. A lot of people put in offers that are contingent upon appraisals. So what that means is if you offer on a $500,000 house, $550,000, it still has to appraise. So the bank has to send out a separate third party, which is an appraiser, to go out, assess the property, look at it, do their appraisal, and come up with a current value that they think it is. But if it comes in at 500 or something close to that, which is what the original list price is, but you offer 550, you have to come up with the difference, or it's negotiable. But in this market, it's not negotiable. It's on the front end, we get 10 to 20 offers per property, and that's negotiated on the front end with an appraisal gap where the buyer's going to pay the difference.
Which may be what they're doing. We just
It very
don't
well
see
may
it.
be, yeah. Was that a realistic show or not? Yes, very realistic. There's some things in there that are a little questionable, but overall, I think based off of us not knowing anything about the New Zealand real estate market, this shows a great insight into what it's like there right now, which is a seller's market. It's very similar to the Middle Tennessee area where we live, very similar. So yeah, I think it was very realistic.
Yeah,
What about you?
Had a lot of good stuff in it. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you for watching another episode of Derek and Bethany Reacts. If there is any other shows or movies that you would like for us to comment on, leave them in the comment section below. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Yo, mama let you
Do my
date,
hair
girl?
or my makeup.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Love you, babe. Gosh, you look so good right now. You're so hot right now, I'd burn my finger if I touched you.
That's like,
Is it a good one?
go.
All right. Before we get into it, guys, if you like these React videos and you like the Smart Move episodes, click the comment below button.
Yeah, that's totally.
That's not wrong at all, is it? Before we get into it, if you guys like us reacting to these videos and you like the episodes of the Smart Move, what are you doing?
If you like us, maybe just say.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, go again. Go ahead.
Let me restart it all over again. All right, are we ready? You gonna laugh at me some more?
No, go
My
ahead.
own wife, backstabbing.
Go ahead.
Hey guys. Oh. Stop laughing. I gotta hurry up, for real. Before we get started, I just wanted to say, you gotta look at the camera. You're just staring down at my knee.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Look at the camera.
Yes.
All right, stop.